you don't need to shred through anyone. And you know, Carry has one of the lowest ranges, attack ranges for a marksman. So you're gonna have a difficult time.
Maybe they just want to rush Lord later on with the Harara to just get it.
Yeah, blitz the Lord, perhaps.
Very interesting.
Yeah, interesting choice there on the last. Maybe also.
Our second series of the day begins. Pro eSports from Cambodia versus Entity7, both on dream runs. Will the dream continue, or will one wake up to find it was just a nightmare? Ready for our Series 2 cast. We've got Trex and Brigitte.
We're jumping into the land of Dawn for the second series of the day. Entity7 coming off of the momentum of a big win, while Pro eSports trying to recover themselves after yesterday's loss. Two different stories looking for the same dream. This is game number 1. Trex and Brigitte bringing you the action. How are we feeling, Brig?
I can't help but think about what our panel was also wondering about before we headed into this game. The carry last pick and choice here for E7. Is it really comfort? And are they looking for a specific angle to play around this? Because you don't really see it paired up with a pick-off-centric setup type of...
Yeah, but honestly, this is also a pretty comfort pick for Kozen. We did see him on it yesterday, a little bit of damage.
Oh, Shin flickering out. That was close for both mid laners. Both flickers are already down. Imagine that.
Yeah, already some aggression, but still no deaths on the field. Taking a look at the emblems, both mid laner and Roam on the side of Pro with some speed to move around the map, and the Bargain Hunter into Kuza. But look at the damage already on the Doom. A nice pick off by PP.
This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. You wanted to rely on the carry, but that's just onto PP. So I think they're gonna be okay with that. Shin, though, in mid without the flicker, won't be able to survive that attempt from Coily on this lane. Does Bush find one? I don't think he will find a re-engage from Coily, and the damage too from Sa. Purify, but this is looking bad. Both sides are not in favor of E7 just yet. Pro, they will have enough time to catch up to this objective. E7 are bursting it as much as they can, but the Way of the Dragon lands onto Bush. Tempest of Blades, and Coily finally securing the turtle. E7 no longer want to fight Trex.
So far, been amazing on the Assassin so far. The day that they beat SRG, the Harara was on point, but the pressure that they're constantly putting on Doom.
He didn't even have to move as much to shred anyone from Pro eSports lineup, but just the same, I don't think Shin and Bush have enough room to just connect and find a setup. Granted, how Pro eSports are so good at just limiting their movements right now, and they're again starting this objective. There's a setup coming in. Sorry, I'm Felix focusing onto Vaguin. Doesn't even get to use the Wrath of Dryad on time, and there he does, but the follow-up isn't going to be there. Counter Wrath of Dryad coming in from the original one. That's E7, but it's already a double kill for Coily. 2-man knockup from PP. E7, they just couldn't find their footing in this game yet. For E7, so Bush will be able to get out of that. I think there won't be any chase, but here in mid, you see Akashi trying to hold down the front, Coily trying to catch up as well. Vaguin goes in, does have the Wrath of Dryad, but it's actually the backlines that Coily's after. He finds both Shin and Doom at the same time. Kuzen taking care of the rest, and it's almost a complete wipeout for Pro. 6.8k approaching 7k. You see most of it significantly in the carries, between the jungler, between the gold lane. So the spread of the lead is just looking too good for Pro eSports right now. The conversions are starting to come in. Bush though, Kozan, is he actually gonna take him out? Sorry, I'm Felix with the last hit. Oh my goodness, Pro eSports, the leads just keep getting bigger. Way of the Dragon onto Akashi, and he uses the Falling Star Moon, but he fails to survive. So playing it slow, I agree, might be one of the ways to go until they feel like they can't afford to engage in a fight. Because not even Akashi could just tank the damage. You see him falling down even to Sorya and Felix one-on-one, and now there's another Way of the Dragon landing onto Vaguin. There goes the Wrath of Dryad and the Falling Star Moon. This might just be a counter engage coming in from E7. But the clapback, the answer and response from Sorya and Felix and Kuzen, it's a triple. It's only Akashi and Doom left, but look at Coily getting back. It's gonna be another attempt, but it's a shutdown instead from E7.
It's all right though, honestly, for Pro. I think at that point, they didn't even have to keep that fight going, but they wanted to try to get Kuzen that Maniac or Savage. Another Zaman's Force drops. Kuzen should be able to get away safely here. Sorry, and Felix gonna get involved. Akashi chasing down. It actually might be bad for Kuzen.
Yeah, he doesn't have mana.
And I mean, teams have been able to turn around, but Entity7 with their composition, you've got Doom, you've got who hasn't been able, I mean, 0-4-2 on a carry. This is a late game hero already. And the thing is yes, you normally use this to shred, but another pick?
It's gonna be hide on Bush at that. It's at the exact same time they get to pick up the Lord. Two-man setup coming in from Soria and Felix, and Kuzen will be there to provide the damage. Doesn't care about the Wrath of Dryad. He is just gonna go for the kills. Fortunately, has a flicker for Vadim, but there he goes. It's a double steal for Kuzen, and all turrets, outer and inner turrets, falling to the hands of Pro. Oh!
I mean, he can do that right now, honestly. At this point, it's like, let's just see what we can do. Let's throw the line out. If we don't catch nothing, it's okay. Look at him under the tower right now. They pop the Holy Defense, get some minions still through. Wave coming down top. This could be game ending.
Okay. Pro Esports have an entire wave and a Lord marching up top. They're still gonna focus and try to take down the turret first, but he goes charging in. Vagian doesn't have the Wrath of Dryad, but he's still gonna go for it. PP! Finding another kick, it lands onto Shin. Coily too with the Tempest of Blade. There might just be a shutdown right now from E7, but that's about it. As they're looking to get more, Vagian, hide on Bush. 3 members already eliminated from E7. Can Doom and Akashi deal with this by themselves? The Lord's already in the base. They're trying to go for more kills instead. Akashi down to half HP, finds PP. But that might be at the expense of his own life. But Kuzen, he finally finds it. So much punish. Soria and Felix, Sa. There's just a multitude of ways that Pro Esports could turn things around with this lead, so E7 could probably not afford to just put themselves out there, but they'd still decide to get out of their base. Now it's Akashi down to half HP, PP in the backlines! He's gonna find shit all over again in the IMU Wrath of Dryad. Or it's not actually the IMU, but there you go, finally, it's a shutdown from Doom! He hide on Bush, finding Kuzen too! E7 turning that around.
It's gonna be 3 pushing in.
Great timings from E7 here. The Wrath of Dryad especially. Coily, they're going for hide on Bush. Had to force out the iframes. There's just too much damage already from each basic attack that you get to see from Coily. But just because Kuzen and Soria and Felix aren't here, E7 defend and live for a bit more longer in this game.
As the Rose Golden, be prepared to see some item swapping. This is big for Doom. This is big for Entity7.
Oh, it's Shin all over again. They really want to go for Shin. First Wrath of Dryad, final use here by Vagian, but gets knocked up by the Tempest of Blades as well. And Kuzen on the other side trying to take down Akashi will be able to do so as Doom falls to the hands of Coily. Heidenbush goes in. He finds a trade, but it's just going to be Coil. Is it enough? There's a wave coming in mid and top. Heidenbush and Akashi will be here to defend, but Kuzen is just going to set his eyes on the base. Salmon forced to end things, but they clear out the minions. Another potential outplay from E7. And can they do this? Kuzen finding Akashi does eventually get the kill, but the minions have spawn tracks.
5 seconds for Shin. Kuzen drops him on Force. Hide on Bush with the iframes. They're still to defend. Kuzen just wants free shots.
Hide on Bush, the stun. Shin doesn't actually land it. Finally gets the burst. And now E7 defend once more.
But now, Entity7 working on the Lord.
This is something our panelists mentioned is Vagian. Flicker, Wrath of Dryad, Coily is down. Can they finally get this objective? Yes, they do. E7 are turning things around. Heidenbush finds a double, and Sa is all alone here. That's not your base, but he's being cased.
That's not your base. It's looking reminiscent of yesterday's game where Pro Esports had the lead and just couldn't finish it. This game to the limits, pushing Pro Esports to the limits. It's 30 kills on the side of Pro Esports.
What if that was the plan all along? You know, we need to suffer a bit.
Yes.
But we get to a point where we just get to rely on
builds character.
Yeah, you build character, you know, and this is something E7 have been building for 17 minutes now, Trex.
It's the villain arc right now. You got to go through pain sometimes to be ready for the big battle, and Coily can no longer win the 1v1 against Hide on Bush.
That changes things significantly in this game. E7, they still have the Lord, but will be dealt with by Pro. Soria and Felix doesn't find the setup there, and E7 are looking to disengage. Coily doesn't get access to his purple buff too. Imagine that, E7 are suddenly the ones in control. That 10k gold lead is nowhere to be found. Timeline now, we're 19 minutes into this game. I feel like this would barely matter, but ooh, that's a lot more defense items getting picked up. I think Doom has the immortality and both the Athena's shield in his build, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Picked up Athena's shield. Okay. Gets rid. Or wait. So that's no, because you get some shield from the Athena shield. So it's you sell Athena's, you go into Rose Gold, you pick up Rose Gold, you go into Immortality, you pick up Winter Crown.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing. I don't know. Oh.
It's a lot of buy and sells, but who gets this retry? It's Faggot! Not even a retry holder. Doom finding the last hit on the objective. And now it's a disengage for E7. They don't want any trades.
A lot of resources wasted on Akashi there. And that helps Entity7 secure this Lord, enhanced Lord at that. This is what I was talking about. They have to think about a lot harder on how they do these fights with the 1v1.
Okay, iFriend, hide on bush. Might just go for the outplay here. Coily no longer has to test himself. Blaze Shin! Flickering in, can he make it? He doesn't catch Coily. Also gets to pick up the immortality just in time. And they pretty much will have enough time to deal with this Lord, at least for now. E7 are not able to maximize it enough to take down a turret, and they're going for Shin!
Crown?
Winter Crown play, falling Starfall, but still gets knocked up and caught by the way of the dragon into the Wrath of Dryad of Sa. Doom finds Coily though. Sorry, I'm Felix with a set. Kuzen with his Ammon Force finds a double, and it's another immortality pop for Doom. 3 members are down for E7.
A beautiful catch by Pro Esports, but minions are on the base. They have to go back to defend. It's only 2 members up with 40-second death counters on Entity7. And Akashi and Hide on Bush do what they did a few minutes ago and defend the base, but Hide on Bush is going for the steals, trying to disrupt the waves right now. Big kick.
He gets caught. He does still have some iframes left and a couple dashes, so he will escape. But that just means he's the only one left right now. Pro Esports, they're making their way to the base 12 seconds before Shin makes it.
They've got a cannon minion. Can it be enough to close? Hide on Bush is making the big sprint back to the base. He's got an immortality.
Okay, the immortality's popped though. Kuzen with his Ammon for Shin going in. Do they have enough defense? They actually get to buy a bit more time. Immortality spot for PP Pro. They gotta get back.
And another Lord on the map. Akashi's up in 17 seconds, and it's a 5v5 once again. Pro Esports trying to make their way to this Lord. Do they burst it down? Hide on Bush picks up a purple buff. It's down to the wire once again.
Yeah, Shin has to be very particular of his positioning this time. Lord already below half HP. Vagin getting bursted down. Both Wrath of Dryad already committed. Hide on Bush going in! But it's still Coily who finds the objective. It's a shutdown towards Hide on Bush, and Pro have seemed to find the perfect engage against E7. Akashi, the only one left.
When in doubt, sorry, I'm Felix, continues to get those big sets for the team.
Pro Esports are not letting this get to another 30-minute game. They're ending it right here. 1-0 against Entity7.
That's available here to set things up for your favor on the team fight. And the answer is going to be the Gatokacha. So a good, sturdy lineup to go ahead and protect your members here if you're Pro Esports.
Yeah, I've heard. Will it be 2-6 and start to turn things around? It's game 2. Maybe that's a little bit of a sneak peek of what's going to go down. We got Trex and Brigida on the call. Let's see if Pro Esports can move themselves into the knockout stage.
We're jumping back in. It's match point for Pro Esports, but if we take anything from game number 1, it's that Entity7 will push them to their limits. Taking a look at the drafts, Brigida, I am a fan of Entity7's draft here. So much combo play, so much ability to just work together, and even if one member misses a skill, someone else can back it up. Pro Esports, on the other hand, they went for this YSS, and the only time we've seen the YSS work so far, which is once, is with the double fighter. They take the risk, they pick up Kuzen on a comfort pick with this Harith. Do we think it's worth it? Do we think this can work?
That's something we figure out here, because even their mid-duo, right, feels like it's been patches ago since we last saw them both together. But now that's not looking great, Rex. To answer your question, it's an Atlas Guinevere all over again, and we've seen countless times these two heroes being played together. But Kuzen, if he goes down too, that's really, really bad for Pro. Both carries have been taken out, but there might be a trade here. Coily finding hide on bush.
Still not a horrible trade for Kuzen, but the thing is, it does give Pro Esports some time to tie things up here.
Yep, and they will try to secure this objective for themselves. Hide on bush jumping in. Mystic Gush together to the burst is coming through for E7, but PP still alive. Does finally get taken out though. He needed a flicker. Akashi needed the flicker to get that. And on the other hand, sorry, I'm Felix. The zoning, he's done. It's just so much for Pro. Coily got enough space to get the objective, and Sa's still alive.
How did Hide on Bush stay alive there though? Sorry, I'm Felix. Brings him down to about 10%, but Akashi goes down coyly. Able to get a quick pick off.
The most for now. They at least kind of recovered what went away or what nearly went down for them in terms of their win con. But PP? Oh, he has no way out of that.
No way out at all. A small pick off for Entity7. Akashi does get that Hunter strike in right before this fight. Might be able to do a little more damage, a little more speed.
Oh, Kuzen. Is he going to use the Zaman Force now? Akashi onto Kuzen right now. Does force out the Zaman Force. Sorry, I'm Felix too, trying to go for the zone. Akashi has a lot of damage. Mountain Shocker already used. It's Pro Esports taking control of the objective. E7 couldn't even get close.
Yeah, Akashi thinks he can go for Kuzen, but wait a second, little damage.
Why? PP actually jumping in with the AOG. Does block off a couple members from E7, but it's actually Sa going to go down. Akashi finds him and PP next. Sorry, I'm Felix. Does he still want to go in? He finds a trade onto Shin, but are they still gonna fight this? Kuzen showing up, does have the Zaman Force again. He's going after Hide on Bush this time, but the dash is a bit too much. Now it's Akashi trying to find a punch. Sorry, I'm Felix for the help, and Kuzen gets out alive, but Doom, he does not expect Coil to be there.
What are you doing?
Themselves around it this time.
Yeah, it's definitely important for Entity7 to maybe try to gain some ground here. They're down about 3K gold though, so if they lose another big fight, it could look very similar to game number 1. So honestly, smartest move at this point, just give it up, look for play elsewhere. Doom is on top side, gonna be able to farm. Most horrible position for Akashi, but he is gonna make his way up. They know that Pro Esports want to rush this. Hide on Bush might try to look for the engage.
Okay, Vagan, does he find one now? Uses the perfect match, but doesn't find a setup yet. Sa! Going with the Crimson Pico, they just want to lock onto Akashi! And they find a mega kill for Coily there. Kuzen now with the Zaman Force, does force out the Purify, using the Fatal Links, but they don't get to capture him. And now it's going to be Sorry, I'm Felix targeted, but with the Purify out, he's still going to be okay. AOG in for PP. They're going to set up with a trade. Spatial Migration onto 2. SOD! But can Doom make a difference? That's a stun from Shin. But Pro already got what they want. It's just the Lord.
Pro takes the Lord, losing nothing. So many utilities wasted. I'm sorry, I'm Felix, that by the time Doom shows up, there's just nothing to hold Pro down, but E7 doesn't want to stop.
Okay, concentration.
Coming after, if Pro looks for the re-engage, or if Entity7 makes a big mistake and comes too far out, that could be the advantage that Pro's looking for here.
Okay, Mountain Shocker in, Doom gets caught, Mystic Gush forced out too from Shin, and now they're already gonna take out all turrets except for the base turrets here for E7. This is a lot of control going over to Pro Esports alongside the Holy Shields too, so I think they will be very happy with what they've been able to take, at least with this first Lord of Pro. But that's the thing, the damage is spread out. It's really, really well spread out, and now Sorry, I'm Felix tanking a majority of the damage, already forced to use the consecration, but in exchange, why was Vagan there all alone? There was no follow-up, no one nearby from E7, even if he wanted to go for the setup on Kuzen.
Well, Vagan was looking for Kuzen. Everyone else focused on Asari on Felix once again. Entity7 shouldn't even be starting fights right now. I get it, maybe look for a pickoff, but don't force anything at all. Let Pro Esports come to you. That's where your advantage is gonna be. Let them dive into you, back up, and look for the re-engage. You have the crowd control to do that.
To calculate it well enough. And will they be able to do so now against E7?
Alright, so Entity7 just has to hold strong under these towers as Pro makes their engage. Nice Mountain Shocker.
The engage actually came from Coily. It's not from anyone else, and now it's Kuzen's really taking down this base turret in mid together with the Zaman Force. They're gonna transition to the top. Hide on Bush trying to defend it as much as he can. Vagan going in too. Does he use the Fatal Links now? He does, but doesn't catch anyone. Hide on Bush on the spatial migration does find Kuzen and force out the Purify, but he's gonna get punished just the same. It's Doom left to defend. They had to make room for Doom to defend.
Vagine catches no one and barely gets all the Purifies out. Sorry, Felix gets Consecration back.
Oh.
This is bad for Entity7.
Vagan doesn't have the ultimate anymore. Akashi waiting for the perfect timing, but Kuzen with the Zaman Force is just bursting everyone down. AOG doesn't allow to anyone, but Coily already goes in. Pro Esports, they have the base within reach. The minions have spawned, but they have another wave coming down bot. But E7 are pushing them out. SOD doesn't connect. Flying Clouds from Akashi. Where does he want to go? Sorry, I'm Felix being shredded down. Consecration! They finally find a target and take down one.
They got to go back to the base, though. There are minions down.
Pro Esports, though, they want to rush this. They don't want to allow for E7 to find any opportunities. But Vagan from behind.
From the back.
From behind.
From the back.
He's going to find anyone he can, but it's taking a while. Does land the Fatal Links and the shutdown from Shin.
Kuzen able to find Shin, that's huge. Zamon's Force drops and Kuzen's still popping off. But on the top side, Doom. Base race, Akashi on.
Okay,
Akashi's got to get back.
Yep, PB and Kuzen are looking to use this wave down bottom. Doom already recalled as well, but the Zaman Force is already here. Does Kuzen use it now? They don't just yet. They're trying to deal with the poke. There you go, Zaman Force. Spear of Misery from Doom, pushing him out. But they have another wave. Can they create enough space? They want to go for the end, but Doom's defending to the best of his capability. Sa already almost going down. A flicker from Doom! Pro could not fight.
Pro, maybe look for the re-engage. No, they didn't go for the Lord. They wasted their time trying to come into the base, and now Entity7 is on the chase. SOD onto Kuzen.
Oh, Doom wants to go find the kill on Kuzen. Purify forced out as Vagan lands the Fatal Links, and now it's PP who's looking to go down. Coily finds a Mountain Shocker onto Vagan, but the flicker from Akashi! He finds Kuzen, but he goes down too!
Now Doom continues to push forward as Entity7. This might be the time to back off. You got your target. You finally killed Kuzen, but at what cost? Akashi goes down. This is reminiscent of the previous match before as Entity7 tries to rush the Lord. It's Hide on Bush versus Coily once again.
Okay, Consecrations. Ryan Felix already using it as well. He's being shredded down by Doom right now. Coily's still alive though. It's a concealed play from PP. The knock-up's onto Vagan, and there goes the taunt. It's onto Hide on Bush. He has the spatial migration out of here, but it's Coily, and there's Doom with the SOD fighting Hide on Bush first. AOG doesn't land onto anyone. It's Doom making things possible all by himself, but can he? He's being chased. He's being chased.
It's a 1v4 right now. Doom against the world, getting free hits. Can they stop him?
Sorry, I'm Felix. You're starting to feel the damage. Doom, though, he's surviving, but not for long. It's finally a pickup by Pro, and they have the Lord marching in mid.
Shin now also getting cornered. The magic gush to find Coily.
Zaman Force from Kuzen doesn't make it, but it's enough. Shin cannot defend this all alone. Akashi, it's all on you, but they don't care. They just need the minions. Pro Esports make their way to knockouts and sweep Entity7 2-0.
It was quite the roller coaster for Pro Esports.